Welcome to PODCHATS, everybody. Hope you guys are all having the best day of your entire lives. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Tell me some fucking wins, Maximus.
Yo, what up, G? So, update after I convo last week, I booked 3 calls with women for my Facebook. And I haven't had any like of the content that we talked about. We're like, directing towards them. I've kind of did some for this next week with some social proof. So, we'll see how that goes. But I have like a mini question before my big question. So, when it comes to like people sending you your keywords, so I'm noticing that now a lot more on Facebook. People are hitting the keyword that are in the header photo. But when I hit them back, I'm like, hey, name, like, appreciate you reaching out for more info about coaching. Just for better context, are you currently on a fitness journey you're looking to get one started? I notice a lot of people just don't respond to that because that's, like the perfect DM script when we
Yep,
talked about, like, is that the right approach to take with those messages?
100%. So, do you know what the response rate is on that?
Not off the top of my head, but I've had probably 10 people. No, I'd probably say 8 people since my Facebook started going viral send that keyword. And I've only booked a call with one of them and they canceled. And like everyone else has either like got to the call booking and they've left on scene there or just right after that message. So I'd probably
Okay.
say like,
So, what I want you to do, Max, and this is good advice for all of you guys. If somebody doesn't reply to that message, I just want you to follow up and just be like, hey, just so you know, this is actually me, not an AI robot. Haha, I just wanted to send you a follow up message to see if you got this.
oh, like
Because
an audio.
no, I would just send that as a message, like a text message. You could send that as an audio too, but just following up with a message being like, hey, GC, no, this is actually me. Haha. I just wanted to make sure you got the message. This isn't an AI robot.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that would be like too pushy to be like
Nope.
sending another one. Okay. I got you.
Because like they inquired for information. So if they inquired for information, I would 100% would send another follow up, be like, hey, just so you know, this is actually a real person. It's not an AI robot.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Perfect. And then so my like primary question is like, Facebook is definitely the primary focus right now. Like the
Yep.
response rate to open messages, like, dude, it's crushing. It's like fucking 50 or 60%. So I'm starting
Wow.
tons of combos every day. But like ironically, right when this happens, like my Instagram just feels like it's non-existent. Like my response rate on there is down significant. Haven't booked a call on there this month other than like I filled my masterclass up with 20 people and I'm getting some calls with them. So I'm just wondering like what is your advice if you got any thoughts or like maybe like what the hell is going on? I don't know, it's just kind of weird.
Yeah, so like I'm a big believer in focusing on the platform that's providing you the most amount of revenue. That being said, it's not like your Instagram is completely dead because if you told me you just filled up your challenge with 20 people and you're booking some calls from it, then there's obviously some revenue. But if I'm thinking about like if you were in the million dollar mastermind, the advice would be getting a VA on your Instagram and getting them to just do everything. But you're not in the million dollar mastermind, so the advice to you would be like focus more of your energy on Facebook because like
Okay.
that's the platform that's providing you with the highest ROI for your time right now, right? Like this is a
Mhm.
game time management. And so whatever platform is providing me with the highest ROI is where I'm going to focus most of my attention. And then I create content for Facebook and then I post it on Instagram, if that makes sense. Whereas like for
Yeah.
me, my Instagram is the highest ROI activity. So I create content for Instagram and then I just post it on other platforms. So I just want you to
Mhm.
shifting your mentality between like, okay, I lead gen on Instagram to my primary platform is Facebook now. So I'm going to start optimizing for Facebook.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, because I've always just optimized for IG and like those are the videos they just cross post and they went viral. So I haven't really like, illicitly just went for that Facebook, but I guess I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So now it's just figuring out what videos are going viral on Facebook and doubling down on those.
Yeah, it's it's all the recipe and the food shit. So I'm just doing more of that.
Yeah, cool. So do the recipe and the food stuff, but then start adding in some like transformations and social proof, right?
Yeah,
Like now the
I
videos that
actually I was gonna ask your opinion on that because I've done that on hold on, let me pull up my phone quick. If you could maybe look at like one reel of that, because I took your advice on that. It would be the just like if the spot and the way I said it is good. Yeah, I guess like the most recent reel I have, like the protein brownie one at the end of that, I did like that one has some
do it in the
or
first 3 seconds. So like for 3 to 10 seconds.
oh in the beginning,
I
okay.
did a delicious recipe. This is what Sarah uses, and she's looking good into the video.
Okay.
Because like
Gotcha.
the amount of people, if you think about even just like look at average watch time, like if you look at the average watch time in your reels, it's like for me, it's like 30 to 50% of the people watch past the first 3 seconds. So if I can get the information that I want the prospect to consume in the first 3 seconds, that's ideal. 3 to 5 seconds.
Okay, that makes sense then. Because yeah, usually it's like 20 grams of protein brownie. I take a bite. Let me put you on some game. Like the let me put you on some game. I people comment about that. They'll say it in the messages.
Yeah.
So I would just do it like right before then.
Yep. Agreed. I would say let me put you on some game and then because if it's something that people like, then let me put you on some game and then the testimonial.
Okay. Yeah, I could damn near even like want B-rolling
Yep.
like the audio over just like my client does
Yep.
this as I'm yeah, okay, bet.
Cool.
Sounds good, homie.
All right. Congratulations. Let's make some
Appreciate
money.
you, bro. Yes, sir.
Peace. Victor, what's up?
B, what's going on? It's been a minute. How you doing, bro?
I know. I see you always on these calls though. It's been a minute, but you're always on. Tell me some
I
wins,
was
bro.
actually, I was actually gonna say, I think one of my wins today is committing to showing up a little bit more. I feel like recently I haven't been showing up as often. The past couple calls I have, but I haven't been asking questions and speaking up and stuff like that. After listening to your and Cole's podcast, I was like, why the fuck am I not asking questions? So that's a win for sure, making the commitment to show up more. Now, my biggest bottleneck right now is converting followers to book calls.
Hmm.
My calls this month have been pretty dry. Content's doing decent. So I wanted to ask you, I know I need to work on my DM game for sure, but I'm also wondering, is this an authority thing? Because I know that was like one of your first steps in the DM training that you did. So I'm wondering if it's like an authority thing, if it's like a messaging thing. I'm not sure. So I'm kind of wanted to like troubleshoot that and see what the issue is.
What's your Instagram, Vic?
Strength by Silva,
Strength by Silva. Okay, so you said your views are doing decent. Who's your avatar?
women,
Women. Okay, what do you do for them?
fat loss transformation.
Okay, so let's look through the last few videos, and I'm going to see how many of them are awareness content versus how many of them are conversion content. And before I get into this, how many outbound DMs are you doing a day?
Probably averaging like 30 to 40.
Okay.
Body burning calories while doing cardio. It burns a lot, but only while you're doing it. Once cardio stops, the burn does too. Now, this is your body burning calories when you build muscle through strength training. The burn might not.
21 years sucking fat out of billionaires' wives, yet no one believes me when I tell them this. Eating frozen blueberries on an empty stomach will flush your gut and smooth out your stomach. They're packed with bromelain.
Protein bars are not the best for your weight loss journey. Protein chips are good, but protein powder is the best. Yogurt is not good for fat loss. Cottage cheese is good, but Greek yogurt is the best. Fried eggs are bad for your weight loss journey. Stop doing squats if you're trying to grow your glutes. Glute growth series, you don't struggle with cravings because you lack discipline. You struggle with cravings because you're missing these three things. First, you're not eating enough fiber. Fiber slows down digestion, which causes you to feel fuller for longer. The most underrated way to
So I would say the awareness conversion piece in your content is about 60 to 70% awareness, 30% conversion. So when I think about because like things like killing cravings, who has cravings?
Everybody,
Fucking everybody. What about who eats protein bars?
everybody,
What about who's doing cardio for fat loss?
everybody.
Exactly. But then this,
stop doing squats if you're trying to grow your glute.
boom, that's conversion, right? This
The most underrated way to get summer ready.
is fucking conversion.
How do you know if what you're doing in the gym is actually working?
But so like the only reason this is remotely conversion is because you have a girl in the video. Other than that, it's not.
Mm-hmm.
What you're doing in the
If you're trying to build a bikini body in the gym, how do you know if your workouts actually suck? Get what I'm saying?
Mm.
So like the awareness conversion piece is like the lacking authority. It's not that you're lacking authority, you're lacking niche,
Mm.
right? For me, it's like if my content isn't speaking specifically to online fitness coaches, then I'm not going to get a lot of online fitness coaches that are going to reply to my DMs or be interested in working with me. And this was something that I realized recently. So that's why I'm doing a lot more stuff that's like specifically for online fitness coaches. I try to have a variance of 50-50 where like if you go a week ago, Vic, like a week ago, my call volume dropped a little bit. But if you look a week ago, connection content, acting like my pregnant wife, entrepreneur video. This is a conversion piece of content, but this is like connection content, connection. So it's like, it was the same thing for me. It was like 70-30 awareness versus conversion. Whereas like my call volume's up again. And the reason my call volume's up again is because this is like online personal trainer, 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 online personal trainer. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's not that you're lacking authority, it's that you're lacking conversion. So like we need to get really specific with the result that our avatar wants. And then we need to be speaking to that specific result in our content or speaking to the pain that they're experiencing as a result of doing what they're doing. So that's the first thing. The second thing is you don't have nearly enough volume if you want to be booking enough calls, because there's a client in the Millionaire Mastermind. His name's Jonathan Ramirez. I'm going to show you his profile. Your views are actually pretty similar. So JRAM Fit. JRAM Fit and I had this conversation on a Millionaire Mastermind call the other day. If you look at his view volume, it's not that much different than yours. In fact, it's a little bit lower, right? Last week, Jonathan booked 11 sales calls. And if you go look at my story right now, he's sitting at $38,000 for the month. He's closing in on 50. He came to the call with the same problem. He was like, Brian, not booking enough calls. What am I doing wrong? And I was like, okay, how many DMs are you sending? He's like, I'm sending 50. I was like, okay, well, what are you doing to get those 50? He's like, I'm running boosted posts. I'm like, okay, cool. So like the boosted posts on average, I was like, how many calls are you booking on average per day? And he's like, I book an average of 0, maybe 1 per day. I was like, okay, what if you tripled the amount of conversations that you were starting? He's like, how do I do that? I was like, well, how much are you spending on follower ads? He's like, $10. I was like, spend 30. So he started spending $30 a day on follower ads last week. In 1 week, he went from starting 50 conversations a day to 200 conversations a day. Last week, he booked 11 calls and he sold 4 clients. So the second thing is that you're not starting enough conversations. Like you need more conversations to start. And the good news about you, Vic, is like you've already built a successful brand. And so when you run follower ads targeted at your avatar, they're going to follow you and they're going to consume your content and get value from it. So are you running any follower ads right now?
No, not right now.
Oh, bro, what are we doing? You got to get some follower ads. So what I would do, here's how you start, Vic. All right. I'm going to give you a fucking 60-second tutorial of how to start running boosted posts. You don't necessarily need to run quote unquote follower ads, which is basically everybody writes in the chat. Follower ads are ads designed to get people to follow you. Okay. Any ad can be designed as a follower ad. And what I would recommend doing to start for all of you guys is grabbing a post that's already done well on your Instagram that's aimed at your ideal clients. Let's see this one.
This is what Carolina looked like while eating carbs. And this is what Carolina looks like while still.
This is a fucking banger piece of conversion content. So what you can do with this, Vic, is check this out. I can go to this video.
Carolina.
And so let's pretend this is your page. So let's find a video that would be good to boost. This one. So I'm going to go boost reel. Okay. You want to do this on your desktop, Vic, because if you do this on your phone, you'll have to pay the Apple service fee and that fucking sucks. So you're going to get people to visit your profile. Okay. That's going to be the goal. I want you to create your own audience. So don't do suggested audience. In my opinion, this hasn't worked for me. You can try this, but actually, you know what? Would you say your Instagram is pretty niche? Like the people that are following you are your ideal client?
You know what? I was looking at it. It's actually like 50-50 right now. 50 women, 50 men.
50 women, 50 men. Okay. So then we're going to create our own targeting. So you're going to go create your own targeting right here, Vic, and then turn Advantage Plus off because it sucks. And this is going to be Vic's ladies. And our location is going to be USA. Boom. And then we're going to save that. And then we're going to go interests. And here's what I want you to do, Vic. I want you to go to chatgpt.com. And I want you to go like this. Give me some specific demographics of your avatar. Like how old are they?
25 to 45 usually.
25 to 45 women. And I want to target them using boosted posts on Instagram. I only want to target women that have money or have careers. Give me specific interests that these women would have that I could use in my targeting. Examples, Gucci, Prada, Equinox, etc. So I'm going to go to ChatGPT. I'm going to plug in some high earning stuffs. So some designer brands, some high end fitness stuff. So then I'm just going to go to Instagram, Vic. This is a masterclass, y'all. You guys taking notes? You should be. So then I'm going to go to interest. I'm going to go Equinox. Perfect. I'm going to go Soul Cycle. We have Soul Cycle. Boom. Look at that. We got Peloton. Love that for us. We got Aloe. We're going to go Lululemon. All right. Let's see if there's any other. Let's go Tiffany. You got what I'm doing? I'm going to go Prada. Boom. Then once I've got my audience size, I would say like 30 to 50 million is more than enough. You got a bunch of high income interests. You're going to press save. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Vic's ladies, for age, you want to go minimum age 25 and you want to go up to 45. For gender, you want to pick female. You're going to press save and then you're going to boost the post.
Cool.
So in order to boost the post, all you're going to do, Vic, is you're going to start out. I want you to start out because this is going to be new for you at $15 a day. All right. $15 a day. You're going to tap boost reel. Your goal is to get under $1 per follower. You want to pay attention to the quality of the followers coming in. If the quality of the followers coming in are your ideal demographic, you have bang, bang, found a winner, and it's time to scale this bitch.
Okay.
Cool?
Yeah, for sure. And then for the nurture process for those new followers, is there a certain like time frame you've noticed, like average?
That's a great question, Vic. I'm glad you asked. So I want you guys to remember this, okay? This is marketing fundamentals. Out of every 100 people that follow you, 50% of people are never going to buy anything from anybody. The other 50% are going to be divided into 2 categories, okay? So 15% of the people out of the 100 are going to be what I call now buyers. Those are people that are going to purchase something off of somebody within the next 90 days. 35% of people are going to buy something from somebody in the next 2 years. So out of every 100 people that follow you, Vic, you're going to start 100 conversations. You're going to get about a 25 to 35% response rate, right? Those are the people that you want to focus on. Out of those 25 to 35 response rate of people that message you back, there's either going to be a hot, warm, or cold lead. And you're going to determine whether or not this lead is hot, warm, or cold based on the time that they respond and the length of their response. So if a lead responds and they're like, hey, I actually love your page. I just found you, but your content's super valuable. I'd love to learn some more information. Hot lead. If the lead responds and they're like, no problem, cold lead. If the lead doesn't respond, super cold lead. If the lead responds with like a minimum size message, they're a warm lead. If you have a hot or a warm lead, what you want to do, Vic, is you want to take them through the call booking process. And if they turn into a cold lead anywhere in that process, you want to lean out, you want to send them some free value, get them to consume it, and then come back and check on them later. An example would be like, hey, well, I just want to, while I'm here, Vic, I did record a free 15-minute training that I send to my private clients only, but I'll send it to you for free if you promise you'll watch it. Cool? And they're like, yeah, 100% I'll watch it. Then you send them some sort of training that you've done or a PDF that you've done. The ideal scenario is that you've got a 15-minute training. If you don't have one, you can just send a PDF. But in most instances, you just want to treat this lead as normal and you just want to take them all the way to booking for a call. Do you guys remember Ragnar? If you guys remember Ragnar, just say yes in the chat box. Ragnar that was here for a while. Ragnar's in the Millionaire Mastermind now, and that's the only play he runs is follower ads. And he just books calls of people that follow him. And he just books a call right away. So is it possible for you to book a call and make sales right off of the boosted post? 100% yes.
Perfect. Cool. All right, bro. That's all I got for you. Appreciate that.
Go take action and fucking report back and let me know how it goes.
Yes, sir. Thank you, brother.
All right, bro. Peace out. What's up, Daniel?
Hello.
I'm doing fucking great. Don't die in the car. Tell me some wins.
Just signed 2 blokes, paid in full 6 months this week, plus another.
Hey,
deposit.
How much is that?
Well, that's I cleared $5,500 this month. So this week, sorry.
This week. That's a fucking pretty good week, bro.
Yeah, it is. It's going well.
I love that for you. How can I be of service, my man?
All right, I've got 2 questions. This is a bit going off the back of our calendar that we did in that mindset as well. So I've decked out the calendar. It's all nice and full, which is good. I've been sticking to it. Obviously, there's a bit of tweaking to do. One thing I didn't allow for, as I'm signing on blokes, I have to build their programs.
Yep.
Now, it takes me, I'm not the quickest at building a program because I do it pretty custom. I know it's probably not the best way to do it, but it takes me an hour. So you can imagine I got to squeeze them blocks in somewhere and then it throws my calendar out for the day.
Totally.
So how do you get around this? Because obviously it changes how many people you sign every week.
I love that you answered that question. When I was an online fitness coach, Daniel, I made a specific day where I did programs. So then when I sign my clients, like let's say Friday for like 5 hours in the middle of the day, that's where I do my programs. And then anybody that I sign, I let them know like, hey, make sure you get me your questionnaire back before Thursday because Friday is when I'm going to be writing your program. So make sure that questionnaire is back to me as soon as possible. And then I'm going to be writing your program on Friday. It'll be sent off to you so we can get started next week.
All right. Yep, that makes sense. And obviously if I allow extra time, then just do something else, like fill the time, right?
Yeah, 100%. But you want to block off. That's a really good, and that's like, that comes back to the conversation that we had on the mindset coaching call about like the tweaking, right? The auditing. So now that you're aware of this, you're like, okay, cool. Now I'm going to audit my calendar and I'm going to allow time specifically for program building. That way you don't fuck up your entire flow for your week.
Makes perfect sense, mate. You're a legend.
Cool. Hey, bro. Congratulations.
Can I ask you one more?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
absolutely.
dude. I'm wrapped. On that follow, just because you were talking about follow ads and it made me think about it. I've got a follower ad, and this is a bit of a funny one to say because, I didn't expect this to be an issue, but it obviously is. So I'm getting a lot of follows from this follower ad. The problem is I can kind of relate to like, how the women get a lot of guys hit them up because, they're just guys and we're just being creeps, what they do. My follower ad has got a lot of blokes hitting me up for that same sort of thing. Not really much for coaching, just literally I'll start a conversation. They're like, I just followed you because you're hot. Whatever. Say whatever they're saying. And I'm like, I'm still booking calls from it, but the ratio is a bit mixed up now. So it's like,
I think you fucked up the targeting or the ad. One of the targeting or the ad. What does the ad say?
It's pretty much you're 30, you're in your 30s, things have stopped moving, but you finally found a page that helps you actually get things moving again, similar along these lines, So you decide to follow and blah, blah, blah. It's got me looking in a mirror as I'm about to take my singlet off, and then I kind of catch a glimpse of myself in the mirror, and I'm like, oh, and I kind of like,
So what you're saying is you posted a thirst trap and you're surprised that dudes are fucking replying to it.
That's what I was like, yeah. But I'm getting fucking calls off it.
That's like girls that post pictures of their booty and they're like, oh my God, people are just staring at my ass. Yeah, no shit. You're fucking posting a picture of your ass. What do you expect?
Yeah, okay. But then like the body is kind of how I get people, isn't it? Like to a degree.
Shit. Yeah, you can what do you mean? Look at you on Zoom. You're fucking gigantic. You don't need to lift up your shirt to know that. All right.
All right. Cool. I'm gonna change that targeting. Thank you.
All right. No, you need not the targeting is fine. You need to change the creative.
Bad. Yeah. All right. Cool. You're a legend.
Right,
thanks, mate.
Peace out. That's fucking funny, bro. I like that. That makes me laugh. Fuck yeah. Nick, what's up?
That's not my problem.
Lift your shirt up, Nick.
So yeah.
Or Andy Elliott now. Take your shirt off. No, I'm fucking
yeah. So actually I did just get a nice pump out. Maybe no. But what we have a good win.
No, you gotta tell me some wins.
Yeah, so we have I think 30 people in the last 3 days that have book or DM'd my keyword for coaching.
I love that for you.
And that has been an absolute game changer because I was getting 5, maybe 6 or 7 a week.
I love that for you. That's fucking great.
So we're starting a whole bunch of conversations.
Yep.
These conversations that are leading to calls, these conversations are leading to, sometimes leading to people who just want to have a conversation. So right now I'm having an issue where people that just want to talk to me because I'm Nick on Instagram and they see me say Core 5, and that's like my keyword for the coaching program. And then I find myself losing like 20 to 30 minutes having these conversations because I'm speed the lead right now. I'm on my shit. And I'm like, hey, here's the booking call, kind of like what we talked about with Maximus Ghost. And kind of like what I almost had the same issue as last week is still happening this week.
So in these conversations, do you have a screen share? Show me some shit. I want to see. It sounds, I don't want to make an assumption before I take a look at the actual fucking conversation, but it sounds to me like these prospects view you as a friend and not a coach. Before I make that decision, I want to take a look at just give me one conversation that didn't book and I'll be able to.
So this is the one today that was just wild. All right. So for instance, 8:30 this morning.
Yep.
Hey, it's Coach Nick. Appreciate you drop Core 5, second message.
Scroll down. Yep.
Absolutely.
Scroll down. Pause. So scroll up though. Scroll up. You have the opposite problem. Scroll up. Tell me yourself, what made you decide to make health a priority again? I've always been healthy. Nothing new for me. I'd like to try something new before I get changed. I'd love to have a routine at home. So like, but the DMs are for selling the call, Nick, not the program. You're trying to sell the program in the DMs. You're like, this is exactly where the Core 5 comes in. It's built for the people that started your journey, but want to go deeper with You're selling the program.
But even when they're, because like on my core, when I say Core 5, I said I'll reach out to you to see if I can help. So that's like kind of where I'm like letting them know a little bit about the program. So is that just wrong right there?
Yeah, it's wrong because you're not. Everybody write this in the chat box. Your goal is to sell the call, not the program in the DMs. You want to sell the call, not the program. I've been health and fitness person, nothing new for me. I'd like to try something new where I can see a change. Okay, perfect. So you mentioned to me that you want to try something new. Like, why hasn't been like what you've been doing working? Like, what are you doing that isn't working right now? Get what I'm saying? So like, that's what we want to be doing in the DMs. So she's like, oh, I've been trying and it's not working. Like, oh, that makes sense. And then send a picture of one of your clients. This was my client, Sarah. She struggled with something very similar. Now she's down 25 pounds in the best shape of your life. In the next 60 to 90 days, what are the top 2 or 3 results you're looking for? Perfect. Do you want some help? She says, yes. Cool. Tell you what, why don't you do this? Let's hop on a quick 15 to 20 minute call. We'll talk about your number one struggle, number one goal, and I'll help you come up with a game plan to achieve your goals. Are you up for that? In none of that language do I talk about the program ever.
But there was somebody that was very similar to that I did that with, and we ended up booking a call. We got on to the thing, and then she thought that the program was $299.
Well, that's gonna fucking happen for sure at some point, but that's just part of the fucking process. You can't you're trying to change your whole process because one person showed up financially unqualified, right? It's like the goal of the DMs is not to sell the program. The goal of the DMs is to book the call. So I'm going to give you tangible, actionable items to take away from this conversation, Nick. You need to spend more time talking, not more time. Actually, I digress. It's not more time. You need to spend more attention on them and their goals and less attention on focusing about the program, because the length of the DM script looks effective. But the problem with your DM script is you're trying to sell them the program before they get on the call. And so that's why they're saying no to you about the program before they get on the call, because that's what you're trying to sell them.
That makes sense. Because this is a new script I just started making that I'm testing some stuff out. So that's actually perfect to know that that's where, because this has actually booked me for 4 calls and I've sold 4. So I think it might just be dependent, but I think I know exactly. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like the goal of the DMs is to qualify them to see if they'd be interested in a call. Right. Because like, you don't want to mention anything about the program where they have an opportunity to be like, how much does it cost? Like, what are you going to charge me? What is this? Like, you don't want to have that conversation in the DMs. You want to have that conversation on the call. Because as soon as you start talking price in the DMs, they fucking bounce.
Yeah.
Right.
That's totally true. And last question for you, if that's good.
Go ahead.
Is that with content, one of the things that I've noticed with all of, since, everybody's a one-man show, most of us, I've been in these conversations, I've been not being able to post as much content. And being that I'm not able to post as much content, I've been doing like a little bit of like reshares of like going down and just resharing some of my same reels, but then just like different hooks or different like screen, like text hooks, and just kind of going from there. What are your thoughts on doing like like a repost video, maybe like once a week or something like that.
Love, easy. If it's already proven to go viral in the past, why would you not?
See, that's where I was at, because like this one had like 50, 60,000 views on it.
Absolutely.
So is there a strategy that I should look at that? Because I make good quality content, I think, and like I would hate to just post it once and then never post it again. Like I feel like.
Are you using trial reels?
I do use trial reels, yeah.
So here's what I do, bro. All right, here's my hack. On trial reels, I have 5 of my most viral videos. Like the videos of me holding a sign, how much money do I make? Ask me how I made $1 million in 30 days, I post those same videos every fucking day.
Oh, really?
I know I'm posting 5 trial reels a day. I don't recommend that you do that because I'm an absolute psychopath. But repost your same viral videos every week on trials.
Each day?
Week. Yeah. So like if you have 5 viral videos, you can literally repost them every fucking week. So like on Monday, you post this one again. On next Monday, you post the same one. Next Monday, you post the same one. Why would you not? That's not going to be there forever, by the way. Instagram's going to catch on to that. But right now they haven't caught on to it. So that's a fucking hack.
I actually haven't even really dove in too much of the trial. I got a couple on trial reels, but I've just kind of just post them and ghost them. I think, they got, yeah. Okay.
Bro, I have like, if I'm looking at my last trial reels right now, I'm looking, let me just see. I can't see them on my computer, unfortunately, but that's okay. If I look at my phone, like my trial reels are why, like we had 15 million views in my account in the last 30 days. And trial reels is 100% why. Like 1,000 views, 3,000 views, 9,000 views, 2,000 views, 12,000 views, 13,000 views, 56,000 views. This one trial reel, I have just a reviral post that I posted. This one trial reel gained me, let me see how many followers I got from this one. This one gave me 29 followers. This one got me 289 followers. And I'm just getting free followers from trial reels. Why would you not?
I'm thinking about that. Do you use the same caption as well? Like the same caption that you use from the same?
I usually change it up, like just a little bit.
Last thing. Do you do any ManyChat attachments to those?
You can't.
That's what I was wondering. You can't do those, right?
No. No.
Okay. Perfect. Let me get to work. Appreciate you.
Peace. These are all good problems to have. What's up, Drew? Tell me some wins.
A couple wins. I got 5 calls booked for tomorrow. I closed 1 call this morning and then 1 call last night. So pretty good week or a couple days so far.
What do you have for the month?
I know I'm over 10. I don't know exactly. It's probably between like 10 and 12.
Love that for us.
Yeah. Okay, so I got 3 questions for you, brother. One of them just popped up because you mentioned the follower ads. My niche is obviously law enforcement officers, first responders. I coach both men and women. So on that little, the male, female, or both or whatever, would you recommend me doing the both? Okay. So I wouldn't need to do like 1 for males and 1 for females.
I would just do both first responders.
Okay, perfect. Long form content. I kind of wanted to get into that just to kind of build a little bit more authority in my niche. I like the fact that the idea of instead of sending like a PDF lead magnet, sending in like a video, like, can you give me some like ideas of what seems to be working? Is it more like whiteboard content? Is it more like in the gym, like walking them through some shit? You know what I mean? Like what do you think is best?
I don't think it's like what's like the most important thing with long form content is that it's actually fucking valuable. And so whatever format you believe you can deliver the most amount of value, like I've got clients like Trent that will do long form videos where he's just sitting at his desk and then the edit itself is valuable. So he just does the whole video at his desk and then his editor will edit in effects and stuff. I've got clients like Hallie that'll do her long form content. She'll be in the gym and she'll be like walking through like a bikini body blueprint in the gym. But I've got also clients that will do the whole thing in the kitchen. So I think it's less about what is working the best for long form content. And it's more about like, is the long form content actually valuable to the person that we're trying to speak to? So it doesn't matter what way you deliver the value, because in terms of conversion content, the number one thing that actually matters is this content actually valuable?
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, and then format doesn't matter is what I'm saying.
Gotcha. And then time wise, what would you say? Is it like 5-15 minutes or is it?
I would say like arguably for me, I try to make my YouTube videos 10 to 15 minutes at least, because it's a long form piece of content. So you want to like give as much value as you possibly can. So I try to do 10 to 15 minutes personally. That's a personal preference. I don't have any data to support that, but that's just what my intuition tells me.
Okay, cool. And last question, you can totally say, Drew, fuck you, I'm not doing it. But would you, I've been in the program for 7 months and I've never gotten a content audit. Would you just mind just kind of cruising through just to see how I'm doing? Progress has slowed down a little bit the last few months. So I just want to see if I should be doing anything different, different type of post or what.
You've never fucking asked me, so I'll do that for you.
Appreciate you.
You've never fucking asked. I know one, Drew. How's your team doing right now?
Good so far. It's actually, so it's NINE and then 1-1.
I always remember that. Let's see. All right. This would be a good reel to boost, by the way.
Okay. Actually, that's why I created that one based off of somebody that you told somebody else to do this.
Yeah.
So I was going to boost that one.
That's a good fucking reel to boost. Immediately I saw that. I'm like, that's exactly the fucking reel you want to boost.
Okay.
Guys, videos like this are going viral every single week, and it's a wake-up call. We have to do better. If you want to be faster, start by putting the fork down. You're basically trying to sprint with a 20-pound vest. Now imagine dropping the vest, not changing anything with your training.
So this video, I think, has the potential to go turbo, but I would think you watched the video too much. Like the first, like you watched it. So this part's too much because I think you should have just cut to where the dude runs away and then she can't run after him. Like, I think you're wasting time in the video. So I think that format has the potential to just go fucking turbo, but I think the way that you're doing the videos is you're watching them for too long. I want to see what your most viral pieces of content are. Give me one sec. What is your most viral piece of content? What's this?
You in there. You're not released.
That's a good fucking video. That's a good fucking video. I really fucking like that video. And that, like,
yeah, I did one a little bit lower than that. That got me like over 1,000 follows. So I kind of just recreated it with different viral clips.
Like this, if I was you, bro, like I would be doing 50% of my content like this, minimum.
Okay.
Like this is 50% of my content because this is like, you've got a viral format that not only gives value, but also speaks to your avatar. That's very difficult to find. So because you have that, like I would be leaning into this like crazy because sometimes the algorithm changes and then all of a sudden this content starts becoming less effective. So if I were you, like this would be 50% of my content.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Got it.
Cool, bro. Looks good.
Appreciate it, man. Hey, bro.
What's up, Ronnie? How you doing?
I am good. So my win is that I am now 4 for 4 for sales calls in July. Technically, I'm 5 for 4 because the last call I closed 2. It was a mom and daughter. So they signed on for, it'll be like $800 a month. So really stoked about that. And honestly, I just fucking love them. Like they're awesome. And yeah, clients are crushing. Sales calls are closing. And yeah, life is good. Business is good. Yeah, I definitely have been feeling really good. The mindset program is working. I feel great and definitely just more awareness of where I'm wasting time and like just seeing where I can be more productive. So that's been really helpful. Now, my win kind of leads me into my question. So these 2 girls who I signed yesterday and another client that I signed this month, they both came from like local referrals. So somebody referred me in like the local Facebook page. And what's funny is neither of these people like were the people who posted looking for help, but they just saw my name referred a few times, clicked my profile, liked what they saw. So my question is, any like advice or things that I could do to create something in the community where I was thinking of doing like, and feel free to tell me if this is a bad idea, but like something,
I already love it.
something, but possibly like free just to like get people together, do like a free, maybe mom and daughter workout or just like woman thing. And then, you know, cause like obviously I live in a neighborhood, an area where like people have money and I didn't originally want to advertise to people in my neighborhood because I don't want to like get too many in-person clients. I want to go online, but yeah, I'm just looking for kind of brainstorm and things that I can do for that.
I fucking love that idea. I think even getting like a women's brunch together would be a fucking really good idea. Where you just like bring a bunch of women together and like you're just like talking health and fitness and you just want to network with other people in the community and you like hosted a little like women's brunch. I think that'd be a fucking great idea. I think a women's like workout is also a really good idea. And you don't have to sell in-person training. You literally tell clients like, I don't train in person. I do everything online. So that's the first thing I think. The second thing I think about is like, if that's community is getting you a bunch of clients. And I think strategically having your clients post in that community is a fucking great idea. Like having like, if you have a client that has like gotten amazing results inside of your coaching program that's in your area, do you have somebody in mind like that?
Yeah.
So like reaching out to that client and being like, hey, I have a favor to ask you. Like, I obviously love your transformation and I love working with clients like you. I think you're an incredible person. And I was hoping you wouldn't mind posting your, like, just a little bit about your story inside of this specific Facebook group. It would mean a lot to me because like I love working with women that are just like you. And there's a lot of women just like you in this Facebook group. And that would mean a lot to me. Because if you're getting local referrals from a specific group that are people that are tagging you, getting that client to just being like, hey, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to my girl, Ronnie Travis. She's my coach and and she's amazing. This is my transformation. Huge shout out. Thank you so much, Ronnie. You're the best.
Awesome.
100%. Yes. That sounds like a great idea.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's working, right? So why not? Okay. Yeah. Honestly, that's the only thing that I wanted to ask your help with today. Things are working. It's good.
Very smart. I like it.
Thank you.
Okay. Talk soon, Ronnie. Bye-bye. Francie, what up?
Hi, Brian.
Tell me some wins.
Hey, when is my content seems to pick up a bit?
Yay. I like that.
I got 3 questions for you. First one is about content. So I try to put in to practice what you told me about the connection post where I'm more storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to ask if you could have a look at this, if it's getting better.
Mm-hmm.
And also, you told me to do more of the split screen reels, and they are doing better than the rest. So I was wondering if I should only do those.
This is significantly better.
Okay.
So this is
Cool.
so powerful. Thanks for sharing. That's the type of stuff we want to get on our Instagram newsfeed. Love that.
Yeah, but that's also the one I tagged. She was, well, it's related to the post, but doesn't matter. Anyway.
That's super cool.
For the split screens, would you, because I'm doubling down on them, should I do only split screens if they're working better?
So split screens are really good. The only problem with these is like these are more like awareness pieces of content. So
Yeah.
like you could even try a content style that I've seen that's doing really well is, and first of all, these views are significantly better than last time we looked. So this is great. So would I lean more into this? Absolutely 100%. But then you need to make up for the, like, we're not able to get deep with the value. So I also would just be doing some straight, like talking to the camera value where you're just like more like selfie style, more organic, where you actually just deliver like a deep amount of value. And I would also be overcompensating with my Instagram stories, making sure that like on my Instagram stories, I'm doing something like this. But like this is recipe, which is good. But like I would want you to be talking to the camera on your Instagram stories and giving more in-depth value, just because the split screen stuff is really good for awareness pieces. But I would also want you to be like giving more in-depth value. So women are like, oh, she's smart. I want to work with her. Does that make sense? Like this gets people's attention. But once we
That
have their
makes total
attention,
sense
we need to give
because
them.
that's what I'm feeling like I kind of lose the value. But if I'm doing like more in-depth value reels in the gym, for example, they don't perform well. So what you're saying is do more of like a selfie.
Organic. Yeah, organic, talking to the camera, giving some specific value while you're going for a walk. More natural.
Just post that as a reel and don't care about views.
Don't care about views. When I'm doing conversion content, if I get conversion content to perform well, I'm happy. But like the goal of conversion content is that it's specifically valuable for the type of person I'm trying to reach.
Okay, and then not even care about 3 seconds and new scene and all of that.
You're just
Cool,
talking
that
to the camera.
makes things easier. Then my second question is about lead gen, but maybe that is connected to what we're just talked about, because like I send out a lot of DMs and I've exhausted, like I have no new followers I can send DMs to, and my response rate is between 2 and 5%, which is dog shit. So what can I do? Because I haven't booked a call in almost 10 weeks and I don't know who to send DMs anymore. So Janelle told me to send DMs to very old followers I haven't sent DMs to, but they don't respond at all. So would you,
out of curiosity, do you have any follower ads going at all?
I have a boosted post. Yeah. So I boosted one of the split screen posts because it's getting me followers. So that's another question I have. Would you increase the money or would you not?
But the followers are not responding.
No.
Yeah. So
only 2 to 5%, which is not a lot.
So if the followers are not responding, then that, like, obviously the boosted post works. And this is where we need to pay attention to the data. If the followers are not responding, then that would tell me that the followers, like, we're not reaching the right people. So because if it was the right people, then they would be happy that you're messaging them and they would be happy to respond. Mm-hmm. So like, I think we need to lean into your strengths. Like you have the physique that women want. Do you have like a transformation, like a transformation photo where you could show what you look like before versus what you look like now?
If you go on my profile, it's the very first post.
Let's see which one it is. I want to see if this would be
It's the pinned one, the very first one.
This one?
It's a carousel. Yeah.
Oh, see, like I think we could do even way better. I think you do 3 seconds of play this video for 3 seconds. So have this photo be like a video for 3 seconds. And then at the end, like it's like a photo of you like this or a video of you like this on the beach. I think that crushes.
And then what do I do with it? Like,
So I would say something like POV, you struggled with weight your whole life and you didn't know what to eat or how to train, ... But then the last 3 seconds says something like, then you finally figured it out. And then the caption says, follow me to learn how.
And so just the photo as a static photo.
It would be like you do a reel, but the photo is playing in the first 3 seconds of the reel. And then in the last 3 seconds of the reel, I would have like a video of you doing like flexing or like showing your physique and like showing women what they would look like if they decided to follow your advice. Because I think that's one thing that you have is a crazy transformation. And I don't think that women see it enough, because like when girls see like videos of you like this in the gym, they're like, oh yeah, she just looks amazing, but they don't get to see this version. So I think we need to lean into that. Somebody that I want you to pay attention to, Jackie fucking crushes it with this style of content. Jackie Reese. If I go to her page, this type of content, she posts on Facebook and Instagram. On Instagram, it doesn't do as well, but she gets a ton of leads from Facebook. So like this type of stuff.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Get it?
Okay. The thing is, I don't have so many before photos.
You don't need so many before photos. She uses the same one.
Years hating the woman staring back.
You can use the same photo. Same thing with Kirst. I don't know how much often K-Marks does this anymore, but she used to do this a fucking lot. Demonstrate your transformation. I don't even know if she's doing it as much. Well, she's pregnant now, so she doesn't really. Now she's doing like before and after transformations with her pregnant, just hilarious. But 10 months ago, she was doing videos where she would show before of her and then like what she used to look like versus like her in like the best shape of her life. And that content crushes.
I've seen those, but I think she always had like videos, like short clips. So I was like,
she'll have photos. So like photos are just as good. So like go find 5 photos that you can recycle in your videos. Yeah, all you need is 5 photos. That's the thing about when we're overweight. We don't take lots of pictures. I'm the same way.
The thing is, like, even then I wasn't really over it. It was just a really bad angle. So
but that's fine. Then use that photo. It doesn't matter. Use that fucking photo. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Use that fucking photo.
Yeah.
Use
so
that
I
photo
have
and then transform
one more. I have
think
one more that is like this. So can use those too.
So like, and that would be a follower ad, because then people that follow you are going to have the intent of looking a certain way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
So I wouldn't spend more money on the current ad, because the current ad is bringing you in 2 to 5% of people that are responding to you. So that to me would be a waste of money. I would spend more time and energy on finding a new follower ad. And that would be the only thing I'd be focusing on until I found out, because there's other people that are just like you, Franzi. Like if we look at Ragnar, same thing. Ragnar's views, I use him all the time, because if you look at his views on his social, Franzi, he's getting like freaking 400, 700. But the difference is like Ragnar's in his videos, he's talking, right?
You're lifting hard.
So like he's talking. So like he's getting that in-depth value. So people are getting that from him. Whereas like with the split screens, again, I'm going to keep saying what I'm saying. I think they're really good for the awareness piece, but for the conversion piece, we need to be doing a little bit more talking. But if you look at his videos, the engagement isn't crazy, but Ragnar's doing $16,000 a month right now because he just figured out the follower ad.
Yeah.
So the only thing I'd be focusing on until you figured it out would be getting quality followers following you, where you're getting 20 to 30% of people responding to you.
Do you remember the one I showed you at the mansion, which was similar to Chloe's one with where you said like this is pretty good content?
Yep.
Should I do more of that again? Because I felt like people wouldn't watch it.
Yeah, I wouldn't do more of that again because people weren't watching it and people weren't engaging. I think we should try a more natural approach.
Okay, cool.
Here's the thing: is content's a game of experimenting until you find a flow that works. You remember when I was trying to do content like Cole Da Silva, where I was yelling at the camera and trying to be all aggressive? That didn't work for me, but it was worth experimenting. I found that my audience didn't resonate with it, so I had to find a different style that worked for me.
Yeah.
So that's content. So the good news about you, Franzi, is we found one content style that your audience seems to be responding to, and that's the split screen. So we're going to keep doing that. But that's the awareness piece. Now we need to find the conversion piece that people are going to respond to.
Okay. I'll try it and I'll just ask for feedback then. And one final question. So I always get my clients to, or I give them the opportunity to send me form check videos of their form. And I like to give them feedback because they all renew and like they like the coaching, but they send it to me through Everfit through a private message. Would you ask them to send it into the community and then give feedback in the community group to save time for other, like, so that other ones can see it too, and just to have more going on in the community? Or is that something with one-on-one coaching that you would do in the private chat?
I think the private chat is good, but I think if there's one person that you think would get, I would give them the feedback, and then I'd be like, hey, would you mind posting this in the private or in the public group as well? I would love to give the feedback to everybody because I think a lot of women struggle with this. I think that like if this is my rule, if I have like an intimate coaching group where I've got 20 to 30 clients, I want to make sure that those clients get the best possible experience so they never want to leave me. So I would want to keep that private, but I also would encourage them to post in the community for like a few of them because then you can give feedback to everybody.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
You're welcome. Have the best day of your entire life. What's going on, Mr. Kettlebell King? How you doing?
Yo, what is popping? All good?
All is great. You already know, bro.
Yes, sir. All right, my win is I just realized that my follower ad has been going pretty good. I've been having a lot more conversations, and I just realized that my last 2 clients have been from follower ads, so new followers. So that's something I didn't even realize. And then I was kind of questioning the money I was spending every month. So it's working. So with that kind of comes my question. So I've only been sending 50 DMs a day, and I can't even keep up with the new followers because I'm getting like 25 cents a follower, and I'm only doing $10 a day. So I'm probably gonna start doubling up. I do my morning routine. I send 50 off rip back to back. Then I go to the gym, and so when would you kind of like do the next 50, or how would you break them up so to be careful?
Why can't you do 100 right away?
Well, yeah.
No, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm genuinely asking the question. Why can't you do 100?
Yeah. Well, my thought is getting flagged.
Nah.
How does that even work? Like,
yeah, like if you're like, for me, like you've probably heard me say the thing on my podcast, like 20 an hour is like the max you want to send. But I also I follow that rule, Kettlebell King, because I have virtual assistants that are sending messages as well. So there's I will get action blocked faster because of that. If you're the one sending the action from the account, I highly doubt that you would get blocked from sending messages, and I would send 100. The reason I say that is because if you guys just sit down and focus, you can get an incredible amount of work done in a short period of time. Like this morning, I one of my team members asked me to get like a bunch of prospects that didn't convert on calls. They asked me to send a personalized video to every single prospect mentioning their name. So I sat down for 2 hours and I filmed 153 videos individually for each person that didn't convert on a call in the last 7 days. And I just did that in 2 hours. So the reason I'm saying you can do 100 all in one time is because, if you just sit down and focus, you can get it all done. And I don't think I'd be worried about restrictions if I were you.
Yeah. And then how would you know if you get a restriction?
When you send a message, it'll have a little red X next to it.
Oh, like, okay. Like,
and that restriction will only be live for like 2 to 3 hours.
Okay. All right. And another question when I started, I only had one offer, the 4-month one. And now I have kind of like pretty much 3, 6 months, 12 months, and the 4. And then sometimes I get like hesitant whether to pitch the 4 or the 6. Typically, my process is like, all right, if they have to lose more than 50 pounds, I'm pitching the year, and usually it converts good. But it's when I'm in this area of like, they got to lose 20 or 30. It could be done on 4. It could be done on 6, technically 2. So I feel like maybe I got to just pick one. Or what's your thought?
I think that I think you should choose which one you think like you're the most confident selling, and I would sell that one. Like if you want my advice, I would start with the 6 months. And the reason I would start with the 6 months is clients that stick with you for 6 months are going to get better results than clients that stick with you for 4 months. And then I would only offer the 4 months as a downsell, because even if you think the client will go for the 4 month, if they don't go for the 4 month, what's the downsell?
Yeah, shoot.
Right? The downsell is like, fuck, we can do monthly, but like, even if they said that's too expensive, but if they go for the 6 months and they say they can't afford it and they can't do the monthly, blah, 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 then you can kind of like negotiate, and then you can go to the quote unquote downsell, which is still a good option for you.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. 6 and 12. I'm gonna stick to that. And you kind of answered this question, but my talking videos are like the views are going so bad to the point where I'm like, damn, man, should I just stop doing these type of videos? I've been sprinkling some other new stuff, but I just saw what you said about Ragnar, that he's been doing the talking videos and his ads have been converting. So even though they're not doing well, I guess it's still building trust, and I guess I should still be doing them, right? Because I'm doing like maybe 50%.
Yeah. So when you guys think about, so we need to talk about delivering value, right? So did you guys see this video? I'm just going to play this video for you guys so you guys understand where this perspective is coming from, and then I'll share a little bit more about the perspective. So this video that I just posted right here, we're going to play this and then I'll explain it. All right. don't know if you guys have seen this, but in case you haven't, let's play it. The algorithm has fucking changed. This style of content is what used to grow my page. I have bills to pay your whole fucking life. And so if you don't figure out a way to make more money, and now consistently this style of content gets the lowest amount of views. So because of that, I'm still delivering the same type of value, but I'm doing it in a different format. These are the 5 formats that I found that are working best for. I'm going to pause the video. So essentially what I'm saying in this video is that you can still deliver value, Kettlebell King, but you need to find more entertaining ways to deliver it. So an example is like the carousel. A carousel post is, instead of me doing a talking video, why don't I try it and do a carousel post with the same information? An example is, instead of me just doing a talking video, why don't I pull out a white plane concept that I would have done in a talking video on a whiteboard, right? So like I need to find different ways to deliver the information. Instead of just doing a talking video, why don't I do a screen recording of my fucking phone while I'm talking through the video, so that I'm giving people a little bit more to grip onto rather than just my words? This is still a value-based video, but I'm finding a more entertaining way to deliver the information that I'm giving. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I still believe in like talking videos to give value, but like I'm trying to find more creative ways to deliver value. An example. So this one right here. So I've done the video before. What do you say when somebody says it's too expensive? So instead of doing that, I'm like, why don't I fucking record myself on a call overcoming the it's too expensive objection and use that as a piece of content instead of me just talking to the camera and giving that piece of information. Right. So instead of you being like, the worst thing that you can do with kettlebell swings is why don't you actually give a tutorial of somebody fucking up their kettlebell swings, and then you in real time correcting the form and telling them exactly what they're doing wrong and how to fix it. So it's the same value that I'm delivering, but I want to find different and more creative ways to deliver that value because the algorithm changed. Like if you look, like I'm going to look Kettlebell King and see when the last time I did a straight talking to the camera video was. I'm just going to go straight talking to the camera video out of my, I was going to say this one, but even this one's different. I'll show you what I mean by a second. The last time I did a straight talking to the camera video was this right here. But this is fucking 8,000 views. That's why I don't do it anymore. But like, look, I'm actually this one, but this isn't even the same style. This is like, I'm using a selfie style, but this straight talking to the camera style. I'm honestly trying to find one where I'm like, remember the way I used to do all my content?
Yeah.
This one right here. But this was also a viral subject. So this video was created off of a viral subject. And I recreated the same, like this video, the first time I posted it got 550,000 views. The second time I posted it got 20,000 views. It's a viral subject matter, but it's because the algorithm changed, so people aren't responsive. So like even when I'm doing talking style content, right? So I was like, oh, the last talking to the camera style content, this one right here. Take your lighting from this to this in the next 15 seconds. First things first, but then I'm just doing a fucking tutorial, right? You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm still delivering the same type of value, but I'm finding different ways to deliver that value in a way that's more entertaining. That's what I mean by the algorithm changing. Like the straight talking to the camera content isn't performing as well right now because more people are doing it. So we need to find more creative ways to deliver that valuable information.
Got it. Yes, sir. I'll work on that.
All right, brother.
Thank you, bro.
You're welcome. Good to see you. Hack 10, what's up, brother?
Hello. The win is we got 1.3 million views in 2 carousels, and that's crazy for us for carousels. And another win is we went for a holiday. For honeymoon of Naja and I didn't work, and the business is still going.
Hey, I like that. Congratulations, bro. That's dope.
Thank you. Thank you. And the question is also related to that. Once we shared the carousel, all of our followers saw the picture, and people who didn't saw us for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months remember that they were following us, and then they unfollowed us. So on those 2 days where we shared the carousel, we lost 1,000 followers each day. And since then, whenever we share content, we get very low amount of views. And I think this unfollows might have damaged the reputation of the profile or something. What would you recommend in this situation?
Makes sense. So 2 things. One, do you know what your most viral style / format is? Like, do you know what content consistently goes viral?
Yeah, we do.
So for the next week, I would only post those pieces of content until you get one that bursts through, because as soon as you get one that bursts through, it instantly resets the account.
Okay.
And also like the people that unfollowed you were never going to buy anything from you. So fuck them. That's my opinion on that.
Yeah. We don't really care about the unfollows much.
It's the engagement. Like I'm looking at the page right now. Yeah, I'm looking at the page right now, and I can see where you guys are coming from in regards to like the 160K, 194K, 277K, 583K. So I would be posting the content that you guys know performs and does really fucking well for the next 7 days. And as soon as you have one that breaks through, it's going to completely solve the problem.
Okay. Okay. So we are going for the one viral video.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. And that was it.
Okay,
Short
bro.
one from me today.
Congratulations on your honeymoon. Congratulations. It looked amazing. The photos look fucking 12 out of 10.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Peace. Eva, what's up? Tell me some wins. This has been a great call. Super efficient. You guys come prepared, ask great questions. I love it.
Hi,
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. Okay, so my win at 9,000 pounds this month. So yeah,
Hey, I love that.
I'm on my way to 10,000 pounds this month. Yeah. Yeah, my question is, so I've been getting this objection. I've become really good at getting deposit because I work with moms. So a lot of the time they have this, I need to talk to my husband objection.
Yep.
So I've gotten really good at getting deposit from them, but new people just started now, and the excuses is, oh, I need to pick my daughter, or oh, I need to speak to my husband. Even if I tell them this is fully refundable, is just, just to make sure that you're serious, that like now, but I still need to talk to my husband, and I feel like I can't do anything about it. So I'm just trying to get your feedback. Is it just a lost cause, or is there any tips on fixing that?
Yeah. So let's role play for a little bit because this is a little bit more advanced, but I'll give you something that you can play around with while you're on call. So you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, Eva. So it's gonna be $9.99 for 16 weeks. How does that sound?
Yeah, it sounds reasonable. Yeah.
Perfect. Is there anything about the program? Like, what about the program stood out the most for you?
I like that, you have a community of moms. So definitely I'm looking for a community of women to kind of keep me accountable.
Perfect. I love it. So just to be super clear, your goal is to lose 20 pounds. You're looking to get in the best shape of your life and you're 100% confident we can help you get there. Is that correct?
Yeah. I will need to. Yeah, so it sounds reasonable. Yeah, let me run it through my husband, but yeah, it's something I'm definitely interested in.
Okay. Fantastic. Thanks so much for being honest with me. So Eva, out of curiosity, does your husband know that we're speaking today?
I did mention it to him, but now that I know the price, it will be good for me to speak to him about it still.
Totally makes sense. And typically speaking, is he supportive of your goals? Like he understands the situation that you're in, that you've been struggling with weight for the last 3 years and that you're looking for a solution to that problem?
Yeah, he's aware and he's very supportive. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Is there anything about the program that you feel like your husband would have an objection to? Like anything you feel like he might have an issue with?
It's mainly the price. He would like to know the price. I think that's the main thing, to be honest. Yeah.
Okay. And you two guys typically make your financial decisions together?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Even though it will be coming from my pocket, I still have to tell him, I still have to tell him about it.
Okay, that makes sense. So I know that you've got to speak to your husband. I totally respect that. And let's just have a conversation about the cost, just full transparently between me and you. How are you feeling about the investment? Do you feel like the investment would be worth it?
It will be worth it, but it's definitely a bit higher than my budget. But yeah, it will be worth it. Yeah.
Yeah, because like based on everything we talked about on this call, Eva, you've told me that you've been struggling for the last 3 years to lose the last 20 pounds. Your goal is to get your six pack and to finally feel tone in your stomach. If we got to the end of the 16-week program and you were able to look at yourself in the mirror, Eva, and you love the person looking back at you, do you think that you'd be like, I'm glad I made the investment?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So listen, I would hate for finances to be the reason that we don't take action and move forward on your goals. And it sounds to me like this is something that you really want to do, correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so why don't we do this, Eva? I want you to speak to your husband. I want you to make sure that it's a good financial decision. Why don't we lock in a $100 deposit right now to secure your investment in the program? That way you can go talk to your husband and make sure that it actually is a good fit for you. And if he comes back to this call and he's like, you know what, this just isn't going to work, I'll fully refund it. No questions asked. I just want to see that you're committed to your own goals. Is that cool?
It sounds good, but like I said, I need to speak to him before I do anything. So I wouldn't want to put anything down, but we can schedule a call and then I will just need to speak to him first. And once it's okay, then I can, put down the deposit. Is that okay?
Yeah, totally cool. I love that. And thanks for being transparent with me. Can I just ask you a quick question, Eva?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Because obviously you said to me that you really want to lose the weight and you want to transform your life. Like, what are you gonna do if you take all this information to your husband and he ends up saying no?
it will suck, but yeah, I'll have to pause, I guess. But he will have to give me a very valid reason, but I don't see why he won't. But yeah, it's just we always talk about everything. Yeah, so I wouldn't want to break that
Totally.
trust,
And listen,
know.
I don't want you. I don't want you to have to sleep on the couch, Eva. Okay. I'm not trying to get you to have a breakup here. I just want to have an honest and transparent conversation about the situation because obviously you mentioned to me that your husband has been watching you struggle with your weight for the last 2 to 3 years, and that you guys have you've been looking for solutions actively your whole life. Do you think that there's any potential reason that he would say no?
I think the only thing is the money is a bit steep, but I think that's pretty much the only thing that could be okay. Yeah. But I will see how I can talk him around it, but yeah.
Okay, perfect.
That's the only thing, to be honest. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So again, the financial commitment for me isn't necessarily like it's fully refundable. There's no questions asked. But for me, it's like I've been on hundreds of these calls, Eva, and I know for a fact that if you get off this call and there's no sort of commitment whatsoever on your end, that you're so much more likely to stay stuck in the same place. So again, I would love to just get your commitment to the program on the call. And then if your husband is like, you know what, I don't like the way this guy sounds, I don't like the way this is, or I don't like the cost, then I'll send you back no questions asked. But it sounds between me and you, it sounds like he's going to say yes to the program and then we'll be able to move forward. How does that sound?
I mean, like, I hear you, honestly. I hate to be stubborn or anything like that, but it's just, it's just how we are. And yeah, I can put the money down, like, say tomorrow, but let me just speak to him first and get his view. But you can send me the deposit link, okay?
Yeah.
And I will just speak to him and then I will deposit the money. Sorry for being
You're
really,
busting. You're killing me, Eva. You're killing me. Okay, what time are you going to be speaking with your husband?
Just give me 24 hours. Like, he's at work now, so once
Yeah.
he gets home, he will be tired, but by tomorrow morning, hopefully, it should be fine.
And we're going to kick his
Yeah.
ass into saying yes, correct?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm going to do for you, Eva, is I'm going to send you some information after this call because I want to get you as much data as you possibly can. Because it's probably going to be pretty hard to identify, the everything that we talked about on this call. And I know that you really want to lose the 20 pounds. So I'm going to send you some information about the program in a little PDF. It's also going to include some client transformations in that PDF. So you're going to be able to show your husband. And then tomorrow when we speak, I'm more than happy to speak to you or your husband all together, whatever one you prefer. And then we can talk about whether or not this makes financial sense. But I'm 100% confident we can make something work. Does that sound good?
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds good.
Perfect. So the advanced part of that is, what are you going to do if your husband says no? What are you going to do if your husband says no? Now, sometimes when you ask that question, Eva, the prospect is going to say, well, I'm going to move forward anyways.
Right.
I'm going to move forward anyways. And then you're going to be like, okay, great. Well, looks like you got an answer. But oftentimes you're going to say, well, I don't know, like if he would say no. And then you're going to say, okay, if the husband did end up saying no to you, what would be the specific reason that the husband would say no? And then we'll identify what the actual objection is. Usually it's a money objection. So I'm still, if it is a money objection, then I'm going to transition to try to overcome the money objection on the spot right there. At the end of the day, you guys, there's nothing that you can do to 100% to close every single prospect on every single call. So if I walk through that entire framework and I'm not able to close a prospect, I'm going to book in for a follow-up call, and I'm going to send as much information about the program to the prospect in the DMs after I book in for that follow-up call. The next part of that SOP, Eva, will be like after you get off that follow-up call, send some sort of you can even just create like a little text. You can get just write up a little bit of text about your program and then send some client transformations in with that text so that when the wife is going to talk to the husband, she can show him that little text and the transformations. I also, an SOP for follow-up calls, you guys, if you go through all of that and you still can't close, at the end of the day, I would say 25 to 30% of my deals will close on the first call. The other 25 to 30% of my deals will close on the follow-up call. So if you're closing more than 35% of your deals on the first call, you're doing really good. But there's a lot of deals that happen on the follow-up call because even if you work through all of those objections, you're still going to get people that will be like, I still need to talk to my husband or I need to talk to my wife. So the SOP, Eva, is after that call, I want you to send them a voice note that says something like this. I'm going to give you the framework. I'll send it to you over DMs so that you can kind of steal it and then remember it. So Eva, is it EV or Eva? It's Eva.
EVA.
Eva Elahand. Why can I not find your Instagram? What's your Instagram account?
Eva_Elhan, ELE.
Found you. All right, check this out. This is what the voice note would say. Eva, what's going on? First of all, I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time to hop on the call with me today. I really appreciate you and I appreciate the time that you took. And I just want to let you know, I just want to do a quick summary. So your goal is to lose 25 pounds in the next 6 months. The reason you want to lose 25 pounds, you've been struggling with all these different fat loss diets and you've tried everything in the past and it hasn't worked. You also mentioned that you worked with an in-person trainer that didn't get you the results that you were looking for. So I'm 100% confident that we can help you lose that 25 pounds in the next 6 months, Eva. I know for a fact, I've worked with dozens of clients just like you that have had similar situations that are now down 25 pounds plus and are in the best shape of their life. I'll actually send through some transformations so you can take a look yourself. I'm really looking forward to our call tomorrow, Eva. If there's any questions that you have for me in the meantime, feel free to hit me up, but I'm super excited to help you transform your life. So you're going to recap everything you talked about on the call. You're going to basically recap the call, talk about the desire, talk about their goals, and then solidify that you are 100% confident that you will help them achieve their goals.
And should I do this with people that put deposit? Because those that put deposits, a lot of the percentage.
Yes.
That's what fun. Okay.
Absolutely. Another thing you guys should do with deposits is you should send the questionnaire and get them to fill out the questionnaire. So like the deposits that you're getting, just out of curiosity, Eva, out of the deposits that you're getting, how many people are like, I need to speak to my wife first or my husband or whatever, versus I just want to start next week? Like, what are the percentage of the deposits that you're getting?
Husband is very high, and then I need to check my budget to make sure it's gonna fit. That's the one. Not I want to start next week. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So if it was I want to start next week, we want to send the questionnaire to get the commitment. If it's I need to speak to my husband or I need to check my budget, we don't want to send the questionnaire because that could arguably scare them off. Because the deposit is basically a micro commitment. So after you get the deposit, booking in for the follow-up call when we're going to quote unquote start the program or quote unquote have the next conversation. And then after that conversation ends, yes, sending them information about the program. Yes, sending them that follow-up voice note to let them know you're super excited. Yes, sending them some transformations and testimonials. Because at the end of the day, everybody write this in the chat. Remember this. People will buy based off of certainty. The number one reason that people are not purchasing your program is they are not certain that you can help them get the result. But if we're certain that somebody can help us get the result, we're going to be willing to invest, right? So after that call, Eva, once you have that deposit, you need to let them know that you have their back, you know what their goals are, you know what their pain points are, and that you're absolutely certain that you can help them solve those problems. And if that prospect listens to that voice note, they like hear that voice note, they see the transformations, they see the testimonials, and you can increase their level of certainty that you will be able to help them. They will find a way to pay for that program.
Okay. I feel like that will actually help. Yeah.
Cool. Is there anything else you need from me?
Quick one. Yeah. You're really good at sending freebies. And I did it because I have somebody at the back end and she's complaining that she will be having conversation with somebody and then they'll go to my post and put free and get the freebie and stop talking to her. So I'm tempted to stop. But how do you navigate that? Like all the free stuff, interrupting with conversation that's already going on?
Yeah. So if somebody adds like a free stuff, like I'll be in the middle of a conversation with somebody and then they go get the free stuff.
Yeah.
And
then they stop because they got the free stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll do this to you right now. I'll scroll back into the conversation and I'll reply. I'll be like, you left me curious, smiley face. What would you say is your biggest struggle in your fitness journey? ?
Okay.
So I'll go back into the combo and I'll reply to something that they said to show them that I'm just engaging with their stuff. And then I'll just re-ask the last question.
Okay.
Another thing you can do is just send a funny GIF, like a Forrest Gump waving.
Okay. I've kind of had to stop because it was getting too much and so
I get it. With the account like yours, like again, me and you have big accounts. Like you've got 284,000 followers. You're going to get a lot more people that want free stuff. That's the name of the game. Ideal scenario is that you've got virtual assistants in your account helping you generate these conversations, but we'll work towards that. You're crushing it right now. You're making 9K. So we're just going to keep rolling at the pace we're on.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Have a great day, Eva. Good to see you.
Thank you. Bye.
Boom. All right, guys. Do you guys get value from today? Perfecto. Thanks for all my clients that show up on a consistent and regular basis. I love y'all. You guys haven't got your virtual event ticket yet, make sure you do that. It is fucking fire. Who's coming to in person? BT Dubs. In person? Hey, Max, Franzi, Justin, Ronnie, Kettlebell King. Let's go. Virtual VIP means that you get early access. There's going to be a coaching session that happens early. It also means that you get first access to raise your hand on the Zoom and ask questions, which is fun. So there's going to be probably, I would assume, usually for our virtual events, Nick, there's 200 to 300 people live on the call. So VIP, we only have 30 VIP tickets for virtual. It means that you actually get to raise your hand and ask. Everybody's going to get to raise their hand and ask questions, but we're just going to prioritize people that have VIP. Okay. See you guys later. Love y'all. Have the best day of your entire life. Thanks for being my clients. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. Hopefully you got some value. If you did, and you want to learn more about how me and my team can help you scale your online fitness business to $10,000 a month, DM me 10K on Instagram at TheRealBrianMark for more information, and I'll reach out to you to see if I can help you grow an online coaching business.